This week's Parashat Hayyei is about the end of the relationship between Abraham and Sarah. It begins with her death and Abraham's mourning. But quickly that mourning turns from sadness to joy in the understanding that Isaac has met Rebekah and they have fallen in love. And there is a beautiful moment that we recall with every wedding. Weddings are packed with moments of excitement. My favorite moment isn't the breaking of the glass. It isn't the singing of Siman Tov or Mazel Tov. It's not the bride circling the groom or the placing of the ring on the finger. My favorite part of every wedding takes place just before the chuppah in a ceremony known as the bedekin. This is a great moment in which, for the first time, a bride and a groom see each other as bride and groom. Till this moment, they have been boyfriend and girlfriend. But now, dressed in her wedding gown, him sometimes in a tuxedo or a newly purchased suit, they see each other for the first time. In traditional circles, they haven't seen each other for over a week. And now they look at each other with eyes that are unlike other eyes in the universe. They see each other differently than they've ever seen each other before. And there is singing and there's dancing, and then in just a moment there is a quiet that comes over the crowd. And the groom leans over to his bride and he whispers in her ear the words from this week's Parsha that say, Achotenu at Hayyei le'alfei revava. In a sense, he leans over and whispers in her ear that he loves her, that he cares about her, he's going to cherish her from this day forth. That this is the moment of beginning. And all things are possible. But it's not that moment that is extraordinary in this week's Parsha. It's the moment that precedes even that experience. Just 2 verses earlier, the Parsha says, Vayikru l'Rivka vayomru eleha. They called out to Rebekah and they asked her, Hatelchi im ha'ish hazeh? Do you want to go with this guy? Is this your choice? In a society in which women really didn't get to choose their future, Rebekah is asked a question about her self-determination, about what she chooses for in life for herself. Is this the guy? Is this the one she loves, and is this the one with whom she wants to spend the rest of her life? To which she answers in the affirmative. She tells us 2 things. I take my responsibility to Isaac seriously, but I equally take responsibility to myself as well. Rashi says, Me'atzmi, ve'af im einchem rotzim. This I do for me, even if you don't want me to. This is what I do for myself. In every relationship, we have to understand that there is another we have to care for, and there is ourself. Rebekah teaches us the lesson that before we can care for another, we have to learn to care for ourselves. If we always sublimate our own personal desires, needs, and wants to that of the other, we'll find that we can never be satisfied, and that relationship cannot last. So in an incredibly insightful moment, Rebekah becomes our teacher. Rebekah becomes our instructor about lessons of life and relationship. She teaches us that we hold blessings within ourselves that we can bestow on others, that we can be the recipient of others' blessings as well. But that will only happen when we recognize what it is we need, and that we have the capacity to determine our own future. In that moment just before the wedding, a moment that is filled with anticipation, excitement, and hope, we recall back to this moment and we say to ourselves, I have a desire to find meaning and purpose in my own life. And that won't be predicated on someone else. And it won't be found in somebody else. It will be found within myself. And then I'll truly be able to share that blessing with another. I pray that we all have that opportunity for introspection, that opportunity for self-discovery. Because when we do that, we'll truly be able to share our blessings with the rest of the world. Shabbat Shalom.
Hayyei Shema